Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, and this morning we're switching gears a bit because we're going to be talking about an upcoming conference hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards. And so joining me this morning, of course, we have Ms. Nadita Ramchala, who is the manager of the standardization division at the TTBS. And we also have joining us Dr. Alex Kravatsky, who is the vice chair of the ISO TC 309 Governance of Organizations. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So tell us about the conference, and I'm coming to you first, Ms. Ramchala, that the TTBS is having.
Good morning. So the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards, we're the national standards body for the country, and we'll be hosting an international meeting for governance of organizations under the Technical Committee 309. It comprises a number of stakeholders from all different parts of the world, China, India, Nigeria, and we'll be talking about the topic of governance standards, and these experts will actively be working on these requirements within the meeting.
Nice. Now, I understand that this is very important because it's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm coming to you, of course, Dr. Kravatsky. Tell us where it has taken place before and why was the decision made to have it in TNT at this time?
All right. So the technical committee comprises of 77 countries and 25 liaison organizations, international liaison organizations. And before this, it was in New Delhi, in Sydney, in Rio, in Shenzhen, in London. So there were, and now Trinidad and Tobago is hosting it. Trinidad and Tobago plays a major leadership role in this technical committee. And the Caribbean, including St. Lucia and Jamaica, have been very active in developing these international standards. Yeah. And now Trinidad and Tobago has also adopted 4 of the standards as national standards. So now if anybody would like to have guidance as to what is good governance, what are the practices that we need to put in place, now there is a national standard that guides you, because you don't only need for the board, you also need management systems that complement that and work together. And now there is this guidance. You can be certified, you can be assured, you can demonstrate that you're doing international good practice that is 100% compatible with every kind of organization in Trinidad and Tobago.
Ms. Ramchala, I know that Dr. Kravatsky mentioned those 4 standards. Can you share those 4 standards with us?
So TTBS, we've adopted these international standards as national standards. The first one covers governance of organizations. So this is TTS/ISO 37000. This standard is available from our e-store, which is on the TTBS's website. We also have 3 other standards covering whistleblowing management systems, compliance management systems, and anti-bribery management systems. So these 4 standards complete the whole picture of governance, because you both need the principles but also the requirements which are encapsulated in these standards that support the entire framework for sustainability, accountability, improved trust, confidence. And as we trade and as we do business, we need to demonstrate that companies can trust our local providers, producers. And this complete system within the ISO TC 309 provides additional level of guidance, principles, requirements to support any organization of any size. It can include public sector, private sector, NGOs, SMEs, and this is vital to our trade and landscape. It is vital for us to have confidence in our local stakeholders. And as we want to build our society and achieve sustainable development, the UN Sustainable Development Goals, Vision 2030, all being very critical, these standards provide that support and framework for any company, any citizen to use and apply internationally, best practice, and share and disseminate knowledge as well.
Nice. That was a mouthful, but I think everybody understands, of course, the importance of this. But of course, going back to the conference where we're going to hear more about the standards, I understand it's not open to the public.
Well, we have one component that is open to the public. We have an open session. So our opening session, we will have our Minister of Trade and Industry doing the feature address. And we have an integrated governance seminar, which is generally open. So if anyone would like to participate, please feel free to contact me. standardization@ttbs.org.tt is our general email address. And our information will also be on social media as well. We were live streaming as well. So we have face-to-face, so we have limited capacity. The event is at the Trinidad Hilton for a week of activities.
When does it begin?
It starts on Monday officially with the opening session, and then we go into the afternoon, that integrated governance. We'll be live streaming, so anyone can join us and talk to the experts like Dr. Kravatsky and our international delegates, and share experiences and really get an insight into what does good governance look like.
And I believe we have the information on the screen. It's taking place at the Hilton Conference Center beginning on the 17th of April. And remember, to get that information, you can go to www.gottbs.com. But I'm coming back to you, Dr. Kravatsky, because you are the Vice Chair of the ISO TC 309 Governance of Organizations. And so what benefits do you see businesses or even the average citizens gaining from the adoption of these 4 standards?
Right. So the first thing is that it makes it provides clarity. It provides practical guidance for literally how do I create higher performance, more ethical behavior to be consistent with the expectations of society, as well as responsible stewardship of resources. So that means natural capital, social capital, human capital. How can we be more responsible and sustainable in this domain? And it's not an easy task, so therefore having guidance and that simplifies and clarifies for what we can practically do, that's the main benefit.
Of course. Well, let me thank you so much for joining us this morning. Again, I'm just going to remind everybody about the website, www.gottbs.com. Remember, you can go there to get all the information about the upcoming conference that's taking place, or starting rather, on the 17th of April at the Hilton Conference Center. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you, Kimberly.
On the Now Morning Show, we're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.